Welcome to this video scribe explaining General Data Protection Regulation, also known as GDPR. In this video, you will learn more about what is personal data, policies, principles, and data processing. Data Protection Danny will share his experience in a job-seeking scenario. He will guide you through the different topics to enrich your knowledge.
Hi, I am Danny. Some might call me Data Protection Danny. I've currently been made redundant as things have been a bit unpredictable in my company. Now I am on the journey of looking for a new job. Things have been a bit tough and a bit of a nightmare really. Listen up, I'll tell you a bit about it. Currently I'm in a place where I aspire to be head chef. In my most recent work experience I've been flipping burgers. I was on the hunt for jobs on the web and came across Michelle's Mild Cheeseburgers. So I decided to email my CV and hope for the best. Been flipping burgers for some time now, so I think I stand a chance. I can't believe what happened next. I started getting emails from Harriet's Hot Dogs. These are spam emails, filling up my inbox. I don't want this. Where are they coming from? I almost missed an important email I received from Michelle's Cheeseburgers. I was invited for an interview.
So Danny, do you have any other questions?
I just have one question, Michelle. Have you heard of Harriet's Hot Dogs?
She's a good friend of mine. What makes you ask?
Well, I've started receiving spam emails from her regarding her latest offers at the hot dog stand. What is it, Michelle? Is everything okay?
Oh Danny, sorry, I did pass on your data to my good friend.
What is personal data? Some examples are name and surname, home address, email address, location data, personal mobile number, any confidential data such as confidential data at the doctors. And what isn't classed as personal data? A company registration number, a company email address, for example, Michelle's Mild Cheeseburgers at gmail.com.
Thanks for letting me know. I don't have any other questions.
Thank you for the interview. It was lovely to speak with you.
So my next step was to ask my aunt Dominica, who's a HR consultant, to see what she thinks about this. Auntie, I had an interview this week and I have a question. I sent off my CV and started receiving all these random emails from Harriet's Hot Dogs. Michelle at Michelle's Mild Cheeseburgers admitted to sharing my data with a friend. Is this not wrong?
Oh no, Danny, that's no good. Under GDPR, you need to give consent for data to be used. It cannot be shared with third parties unless agreed.
What do you suggest to do next?
You have a thing called a right to erasure. You can contact those who have shared your data and ask to unsubscribe. Your data can be deleted from their systems.
That's great, thank you for the advice. Could you tell me a bit more about GDPR?
Of course, I can tell you a little bit more. GDPR stands for General Data Protection Regulation and is a law to protect individuals from inappropriate misuse of data and to ensure organisations process data fairly. It was introduced in May 2018. Think of data as just meaning information, anything that identifies you, anything that relates uniquely to you. The European Union started its interest in this subject with a directive in 1995. Then during the early 2000s, legislative proposals were made, finalising the text between 2015 and 2018. So it's quite recent. The law was adopted across the EU in May 2018. The EU was particularly concerned that public bodies process data fairly. These public bodies include your local GP as part of the NHS, schools, or even your local council. Nowadays, data processing is part of everyday life, so we don't often think about it. But it's important because if your data gets in the wrong hands, it can cause many problems. Inaccurate records could be held on you, individuals could be mixed up. Sensitive information could leak into the public domain and damage reputations, or it can be made public inappropriately. Recently, a clinic was fined for passing on personal data inappropriately to people who don't have an appropriate interest in using it. So back to you, Danny. This means that your rights are enshrined in law. Let me go through them with you. Number 1, you've got the right to be informed. All organisations must be completely transparent in how they are using your personal data, and they should definitely inform you why they are collecting it and processing it. Personal data may include data such as work email and work mobile number if they are specific to an individual. You need to give your full consent for the purpose defined. Number 2, you also have the right of access. You have a right to know what is kept about you and a right to see it. Number 3, the right to rectification. If anything is inaccurate, you have a right to have it corrected. So for example, if you realise through a credit check that information is inaccurately affecting your credit rating, you could apply to the company to have it changed. Number 4, right to erasure. You have the right to have information about you deleted. It has been in the news about people's right to be forgotten. They can apply to search engines to remove data about them. This could be a post, for example on Facebook or Twitter, a chat room comment, or a product review. Number 5, you have a right to restrict processing. You have a right to limit or halt data being processed about you. You could withdraw from something and ask for data to be deleted. Number 6, you have a right to data portability. You have a right to have your data and carry it for your own purposes. You can retain and reuse it. Number 7, you have a right to object. In some circumstances, you could object to data being used such as for promotional reasons or advertising, research, or for tasks performed in the public interest. Of course, this is when you did not give full consent for that purpose. Number 8, rights related to automated decision making. Basically, this is data processing without human intervention. This includes profiling decisions, which could be made about you through an automated process, algorithms, or profiling. There are rights for you to protect yourself against damaging decisions. Data could be processed and profiled by age, circumstances, income, or personal records. All these rules under GDPR are to promote fairness and give individuals remedies in the event of unfairness or misuse. Companies should also have a data protection officer to ensure that their staff are trained, to ensure plans are implemented to comply, and to ensure compliance with the law. The data protection officer might handle queries and complaints about the use of data.
Hi Michelle, it's Danny here. Could you please ask Harriet to erase my data, and I would also like you not to share it in the future, as you may get a fine for not complying with GDPR. I did not agree for my data to be shared with another party.
Yes, I will do that. Thanks for getting in touch. We also have some good news for you. We'd like to offer you a job, and maybe you could also teach us a little bit about GDPR. What do you think? How does that sound?
So, to be GDPR compliant, you need to ask for proper consent if using people's email addresses and contact information. Tell them that they have the right to unsubscribe at any time, and also what the reason is for you taking their data. So, are you promoting an event, or are you going to send them regular offers? You need to state it. And you need to state that you're not passing it on to third parties, or ask them to opt in for third parties if you wish to do so. My situation now is that I'm flipping burgers and Michelle knows about GDPR. We have even created a data protection policy together. Now you can go to the Learning2Gether platform and access the whole module content and learn more about GDPR.
This video scribe is brought to you by the Learning2Gether Erasmus Plus project. For more information about the project, head to our website at www.learning2gether.org. For the project's learning platform, please visit www.platform.learning2gether.org. Here you can access the module information. And here you can also find out about some government advice. Please visit the website presented on the screen.